इंडस एज एंड फ्रेंड्स वर्ल्ड टीवी की तरफ से आप सबका स्वागत। मैं आपका अपना वरुण तिवारी। आज ले चलेंगे आपको बॉलीवुड। जी हाँ, रकुल प्रीत सिंह, जिन्होंने पहले भी मूवीज़ की हैं, अपनी एक्टिंग का लोहा मनवाया है अटैक में और ध्रुवा में। अब रनवे 34 अजय देवगन और अमिताभ बच्चन जी के साथ। आइए एक स्पेशल मुलाकात हमारी होस्ट निधि।
ना फ्यूल है, ना विजिबिलिटी है, ना टाइम है। It's over. There's nothing we can do.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain Vikrant Khanna. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of your flight.
I don't have a good feeling about this, sir.
यहाँ ज़मीन से 35,000 फीट ऊपर feelings नहीं, calculations चलते हैं.
I know what's bothering you.
Brace for impact. Skyline 777. Do you read?
Hi Rakul, how are you? Thank you so much for your time.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's a pleasure to speak to you.
Likewise.
And few of the people whom I informed that I'm going to interview you, they said that today you are going to talk to one of the most multi-talented actors from the industry, because you are into sports, you are into academics, you were into academics, and then the transition into films happened. So my first question to you is, how did you decide that you want to become an actor?
I didn't decide. I just had a thought that I wanted to give modeling a try to begin with. And when you're not from the industry, you don't really know anything. So you're like, modeling karenge, and then maybe I'm going to try Miss India because that's the only thing you know of. And then generally that's the trend that you try your hand at films. So for me, it was a very organic process of doing things one by one, of having these experiences and then realizing this is what I want to do. So my first brush with acting just happened, which I've said in a lot of interviews, which was when I just started modeling and my pictures got circulated somewhere, and I got a call for a Kannada film, and I refused it in the first go because I didn't know if I wanted to act so soon. I had no experience. And they convinced me. They called my dad and they said, we've seen her date of birth and she's going to be a big star one day and we want to launch her. And I was like, really? Okay. I don't even know if I want to act. And that's when I decided, okay, let's see, it's going to be an experience. Let's see if I like it. And I loved the experience. I loved being in front of the camera. And that's when I decided that I will complete my education, the academic part, continue modeling while I do that, and then move to Bombay and try my hand at acting.
And you're a big name in the South Indian film industry, and you are securing a foothold even in Bollywood. So do you think you have the best of both worlds, and how does it feel?
I don't think like that. I have an experience of both worlds, I would say. I wouldn't say, it's not for me to say it's the best of both worlds. I'm extremely grateful for the love that I have received in the South industry, and extremely grateful for what I'm receiving here as well, because this is newer as compared to the amount of films I've done there. But it's, the feeling is always of gratitude. Yeah, the feeling is always that you started with nothing. You didn't even know what it is to be in front of a camera, to getting to work in different industries, getting the love of the audiences, getting support from the fraternity. It's a feeling that never sinks in, and it's a feeling of extreme gratitude.
And now you will be seen in Runway 34, and it has a star cast. Ajay Devgn, Amitabh Bachchan, all of them are there. So what are your expectations? Are you excited, nervous? What are your feelings right now?
A mix of everything. It's like a little bit of hurricane and a little bit of sunshine. Both with me right now. I'm very excited for the film to come out in the theaters because it's a very different film. It's not been tried before in cinema. I had an opportunity to work with some of the best actors, whether it's Amit sir or Ajay sir or Boman sir and so many more. So it's a film which was a great experience. And yes, there's a little anxious energy, hoping that people will like it, to see what the result is.
And Ajay Devgn, this is your second film with him, and he is directing it also. So what do you have to say if I ask, as an actor, kaisa tha your experience working with him, and as a director, how is he different?
It's very different, when you are just an actor on a set, then you are not really, you have that time in between when the shot is being set up to just sit back, relax, chat with people on the set. But as a director, comes a lot of responsibility also. And there's just no time to think. And I remember seeing Ajay sir multitask so beautifully. And asking him, how are you doing it, sir? Because Runway is also a very difficult film to shoot. It's not one of your easy, seen before films. So it required a lot of focus, a lot of hard work, a lot of attention from sir. And he was just at it. So it's a very different experience. And I'm glad I got to work under his technical brilliance.
And we want to know more about your character. You're playing a pilot, and considering that you come from a defense background, and this field of a pilot is also involved with discipline. So do you think it was a little easier for you to understand the character maybe?
I think understanding the responsibility of uniform was easier for me, because I've grown up in a house with uniform. I know the sense of pride, the sense of the dignity that you have. The moment you step into one, you suddenly start talking and walking in a certain way. And that's something I was very well aware of. So the moment I stepped into my uniform, my gait changed, my way of reacting changed. But having said that, they're two very different kind of uniforms that they are. And this entire journey of being Captain Tanya really taught me about the hardships that even pilots go through. The toughest task is of decision making in a panic situation. So that is something that's new that I learned and started acknowledging. Now every flight I board, I know that it's a tough task for the pilots to make sure that everyone lands safely.
Yes. And if you talk about the shoot of the film, and Ajay Devgn is known as, the prankster. I'm not sure if it was the same, he was the same during the shoot, but if you could share some of the memorable moments with us, would be great.
Ajay sir has not been a prankster, at least with films that I've done with him, neither Dede Pyar De nor now. And I don't think he had the time for pranks in Runway. He was too busy doing a lot of other stuff. And this film is not a film where we had time in between shots to really, or the energy or the mind space to really joke around, because it's a tense situation. It's a serious so you couldn't really faff around, but whenever people ask Ajay sir this question also, he says ab to bade ho gaye hain yaar, ab thodi pranks karte hain. So no, I've not experienced any pranks. And I think every film is memorable in its own way. And for me, the biggest takeaway from this film is getting the opportunity to work with Amit sir and Ajay sir in the same film, with two powerhouse actors, being able to share screen space, holding my own scenes in front of them. That's something I'll always remember.
And Rakul, you are seen in different type of projects, but this you have taken after a very long time. Like, we are seeing you after a very long time, and we want to see more and more of you in Hindi cinema. So what took you so long that we are seeing you after so long?
After so long, the pandemic took so long.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You are seeing everybody after 2 years of gap. I still had a release in between called Sardar Ka Grandson, on digital.
On Netflix, but, yes.
Yeah, but it's just that the pandemic, all these films, I'll have 6 releases this year. Attack has released in 5 more in Hindi. And it's only been shooting for these films the last 2-3 years, and nothing could release owing to the pandemic.
Yes.
But I'm happy that now the films are releasing.
Yes. And so you said that there are 6 films lined up. So is this going to be your year? Can we say that?
That's for you all to decide if you make it my year. If you all like the film, then it's my year, which I hope you all do.
Yes, definitely. And Rakul, you if we talk about your personal life, so you're quite a fitness freak. So what do you have to say to people who make fitness plans but they don't follow it?
I'll just say prioritize it. Fitness for me is a way of life. It's not a compulsion that someone is pushed down my throat. It's my body, and I want it to be healthy. I want to be healthy. I want to be able to fight whatever virus comes tomorrow also naturally. And I think it's now that we need to understand the importance of real internal health. So to whoever makes excuses, I'll just say that prioritize it. I mean, the only place you truly live in is your body, and this is something I've said many times before. And if we can't take care of our body, then I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to explain it better.
And what is the secret behind your ever cheerful, smiling face?
Thank you. I think that there's no secret. The secret is just being happy. The secret is just seeing the glass half full always. Being positive, being thankful, grateful. There's so much to be grateful about that even when I have a bad day, I don't let it. I try to not let it affect me because there's also enough reasons for me to be happy. So I think having a great support system in terms of your family and friends who help you disconnect from your hectic life, to help you just remain normal, finding smaller joys in life, just being content and happy.
And at such a young age, you're so successful. What is your message to aspiring actors?
Well, I still feel I have a lot more to do in life, and I still have a lot more to achieve. But if I still have to tell them, I would just say, just be disciplined. Just give it your all. There's no shortcut to success in any field. You have to be ready to give in your 200%. You have to make your work the center of your universe, and then the universe will align things accordingly.
Finally, what is your message to the audience who are eagerly waiting for this film? Because we are seeing that the trailer is just trending. It's trending. It's going viral already.
We are very happy with the way the trailer has been. The response to the trailer. And I would just tell everyone that we have tried an honest attempt in making something new, something that's not been seen in Indian cinema. And we just hope that people like it. It's edge of the seat. It's thrilling. It's a new experience. So come watch the film on 29th April.
Thank you so much, Rakul. It was a pleasure to speak to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Australia's first Indian magazine to have a national reach, Indus Age is the largest circulated South Asian magazine in Australia with 5 simultaneous editions, 55,000 copies printed monthly, 220,000 readers, largest network of clients, undisputed leader in community news. Indus Age is circulated in Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Brisbane and Perth to over 525 outlets. Grab your copy now to get the latest on the community, news from India, Bollywood, music and much more. For more info, log on to www.indusage.com.au.